another time. And so my wife happened to be there, and she said, no, that's not right. I said, do you want me to call my husband and we can look into it? It was later in the evening, and I said, no, forget about it. And I'd say that because it can happen the other way just as easily as it can, with Democrat, Republican, it can be the other way around. And in saying that, there's been some things that have happened in the city of St. Louis that concerns us about and other places about how the voting process has worked, and so we don't think that it's that great a burden, and it won't. And we think what additional cost that it will require is very small to make certain that our voting process is one that is honest and fair. And so I don't think the cost is that outrageous in that regard for asking for someone to show an identification. And I just think it's important for our system, for our political system, that we have honest and fair elections. On the TANF testing, I think the actual fiscal note on that is somewhere around $1.5 to $2 million, I think. And, now, some of my legislative friends question that much of a fiscal note. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. I'm for that. I don't have any problem with people being tested to make certain that they're not on drugs, because I want the services that we provide to be oftentimes given to children who need that. But now my problem is not only the cost of it, but also I want to make certain that if we're going to deny a recipient monies or services, that our children or their children are not being punished for what their parents are doing. So in saying that, I still want to work through the details of how that's going to work. And I know a lot of times people get frustrated with the Missouri Senate, and some of our House colleagues get frustrated with us. But I believe the Senate was set up the way it was by our forefathers for a reason, and that is to be more deliberative and more detailed. And we've worked pretty well as a nonpartisan body. We have worked together, Democrat and Republican, to put out what we think is legislation that's correct. Now, you may not agree with it, but I mean, we want it to be done correctly, and we think we do it most of the times.
Folks, I've got to cut this off. I mean, we've already got 40 minutes over.